Good evening, Donkey. How are you doing, sir? You spend a lot of the time on the ground in the new flight sim, walking and driving.
Right turn ahead. Turn right.
Why are we turning right here? Do you know what? I may as well fill up.
Go straight on.
While it's so convenient, let's quickly fill up. Yeah, I think the sat-nav just went a bit tom-tom. I definitely did get tom-tommed. You've got a 1.5 week vacation to fix a new kitchen in your brother's house. That's not a vacation. I hope he's paying you. Well, he could still buy him takeaways every night, couldn't he? He drove this route a few hours ago, Satnav did the same. It's because it's ever so slightly shorter. Dude, this was not made for this trailer. If that wasn't a steering axle, there's no way you'd get through there. Yeah, these are steering axles at the back. If it wasn't, you wouldn't get through there. Oh yeah, get pwned. So Donkey, have you still got the MX-5s and stuff? V12 Valente. Welcome to the NetHouse V12. Thank you very much for your support. Oh, this guy's going to pull out on me. You have one left. The other is gone. Building me a new house instead. You're building yourself a new house. How does that work? Oh dear. Can I have fresh juice? Finally, I got a cup of tea, guys. Finally. Huh? Rude?
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Oh, we've not had a toll booth for a while. Suspected infected, welcome back. Is this gonna work? Wow, game. Scumbag. You can't see the cross, it's so dark, you can hardly see it. It should be lit up. Mr. Squirrel might give you a Lipton's tea. Lol. Oh, give over with your speed limit. Whoa. That's like iRacing drivers defending the inside line even though they're going slower. Like, okay. You're moving back to where you came from in the south of Sweden. Tired of the bigger cities, fair enough. So, when you say you're building a house, do you literally mean you're gonna go and build a house? Or you're having one built, or you building it, or you're buying? Like, what are you doing? You can't go wrong with Tetley tea. Curly, dude, I would rather not have a cup of tea than have Tetley. Not even joking. Tetley's awful. Whoa, that was like the fastest pink bike.
Keep left.
Do you know what? I'm fed up with this guy. Oh yeah, now you move over. I feel sorry for you, Zarak. You should try a proper tea. You fix the ground and then the interior, the company raised the walls and put the roof on and fixed electric and water, and I fixed the kitchen and stuff myself. So when you say you're helping your brother fit a kitchen, is that like you're fitting his kitchen and he's going to come and help you kind of thing? PG Tips is alright. What brand of tea is good? Well, your best one is Yorkshire tea. And then coming down from that, you can try something like your PG Tips or your English breakfast. That kind of thing. Coming down from that, you can go down for Thai Fu. Probably some other stuff. And then coming down that, you can go for Tetley. If you want. Or maybe Aldi tea. Lipton. Oh yeah, I forgot to put Twinings in there. Twinings is like... Yeah, your Twinings English breakfast is a bit... it's alright. I can live with it, but I don't love it. Lipton is soup. Wow. Rington's tea. It's been a while since I've tried Rington's tea. Like a long time. Gonna be 143 square meters. Dude, that sounds massive. That sounds actually massive.
Oh, yeah.
Are you doing it? Is it like cheaper to build your own then? Capstad, thank you for the bits. Tesco's own brand tea is probably better than Tetley. Probably is. Let's see. Expected Thursday to Friday. Come ETA Wednesday. Trying to work out when we can sleep. It's not much cheaper, but funnier. Okay. Watch an episode of Apprentice. I've already watched it. Do you want me to tell you what happens, Fluke? Say if you're watching it. I actually predicted which team would lose, and I predicted who would be fired. And I guessed right on both cases. Much to the annoyance of my wife and daughter, who was sat there going, fuck. I was like, there you go. Called it. Whenever you want, you know, just lift the... Like, what's with a 5-second lag? Stop watching The Apprentice. Why? It's one of the, like, funniest shows that they make. It's just hilarious. It's so embarrassing. The things they get up to. Your gaming hours until September 2020 will be quite low, getting 1 gigabit fibre in the house. Wish I could get 1 gig fibre. Oh, you should watch it, L. Phillips. Next episode comes out on Wednesday. It's just a bunch of idiot clowns. No, it's not. It's a bunch of idiot clowns who think they're amazing. That's what's so good about it. They actually think they're amazing. It's full delusional. It's just great. They build themselves up so high that when they get knocked down, it's just hilarious. They're just, like, so... even the most basic things, like profit. You know, just simple stuff like profit, buying cost, selling cost. They get it all wrong. And yet they're the king of business. 6 rooms, 1 kitchen, 2 bigger bathrooms and a sauna. Living the dream though, bro. You thought I was more intelligent than that? I've let you down. Whatever. I find it great. It's pure entertainment. Oh, there's another Stoneworks update, Jack, on Wednesday. Blimey.
Keep left.
They're pretty busy with the updates on Stoneworks. If it wasn't for F1, you wouldn't see the point of having Sky. Sky box sets are... like, you've got your Sky box sets, they're pretty good. Some of the stuff is alright in Sky. You hate my summer car, your house caught fire. Rip. £300,000 for the house and garage, so it's not expensive by Swedish cost. The cost of land is only 15,000. Dude, I wish I could buy a house like that for that much money. That's insane. That's actually nuts. The moment you get anywhere near London, 300 grand, you'd be lucky if that gets you a 2 up, 2 down. Working on a huge mainland with new missions, like adding forest fires. Oh, that sounds fun. If your farm eats a favourite home-cooked meal, what would it be? If family eats a favourite home-cooked meal. When we get into winter, Dark Elf, I like a nice hot pot. I like a nice hot pot in winter. I'm looking forward to the hot pots coming back. I've not had one in a while. But I'm not sure. I mean, me and Mr. Squirrel love them. I'm not sure if, like, all my kids love them. I was waiting for that. What's a hot pot? Siri, what's a hot pot? Put your hands up if your Siri just started looking for a hot pot. Alexa, what's a hot pot? The guy who presses the button for this needs to work a bit quicker. Mum's beef stew. This is it, like soup, stews, hot pots, they're all good.
Welcome back, Nata.
Headphones for the win. Yeah, but not everybody has headphones. Solar panels, ground heat. Dude, I saw more. I'm not sure about ground heating, but I'd definitely love to have solar panels. Solar panels and like wall battery. Store the power in the day. Use it overnight. That'd be cool. Sure, I mean, it's alright if you're going to build like your final house, that makes sense. Because you don't want to invest in it unless you're going to stay there for like at least 10 years. Rollsy, welcome back. What's the destination? Valencia, I think. Yeah. It's a long old drive along the south side of Europe. We'll be going through Marseille, Nice, Genoa, all kinds of stuff. Venice. K-Steen, thank you for 45. Glad to support the content creator like you. Thank you, dude. Nah, I don't watch The Simpsons. Well, there was a reason I didn't say, hey, Cortana, Jacob, because nobody's phone would have gone off. Come on. I always think Cortana's a rubbish name. I'm alright with Siri, I'm alright with Alexa, but Cortana just sounds a bit... I don't know what it is. It sounds a bit pretentious. It sounds like a coffee.
Keep right. Then take
well,
the
it's
exit
pretty
right.
close to the old Ford Cortina. If anybody remembers that. It's like one letter away from a Ford Cortina. Or I can just I can see posh people saying Cortana, dear, Cortana. Ford Cortina is a boss car. Lol. It was actually. Managers often drove those. Most plebs drove around in Fiestas and Escorts, and the boss always had a Cortina. Well, middle management had a Cortina. If he was upper management, he'd have like a Ford. What was it called? Oh,
right.
What was the bigger one?
Then take the exit right.
Cortina, and after the Granada, that was it. The Granada is what the upper management had. Middle management had a Cortina.
Take the exit right.
Ford Granada. Oh yeah. That you knew you was in upper management when you had one of those, and if you made it, you'd have a Jag. Like an XJS or something. 2 fuel tanks. Can you believe that? XJS had a fuel tank filler on each side. The Granada 2.9, yeah. They were thirsty engines. Oh, the Montego was like the worst car ever. Your first car was an Austin Metro. Total rust bucket.
Welcome to the nut house.
Oh no. That factory made some rubbish cars, Jack. Pudmatic. Welcome to the house, Pudmatic, and thank you for your support. An Anglia, what, the Ford Anglia? I remember that. Ford Sierra Cosworth, that was quite a quick car, that was. Yeah, you had like an Escort Cosworth and then a Sierra Cosworth, they were all quick cars. I think they got stole quite a bit because they were, you know, high performance. Insurance costs on those went through the roof. That's a lot of miles, donkey, blimey. You put 200,000 kilometers on it, what the heck?
Happy anniversary.
A 3 Capri. I think it was a 2.9, wasn't it, Valenta? I think they made a 2... Was it a 2.8 or a 2.9 Capri and a 2.3? Something like that. There were 2 model variants. Can't remember.
Welcome back.
Foz, thank you for 7 months. Smiley R, thank you for 31. 3.2 laser, was it? That was a later one, Jack. I think the 2.8 was the earlier one, wasn't it? Was it a 2.8 and a 3?
Anniversary. Nut.
2.8 Cologne and a 3-litre Essex V6. Cool.
Welcome back. Nut.
You thought the laser only had 1.6 on a Capri? I don't think so. Could be wrong. Cosworth was the nice cars. Sierra 4x4. Yeah, they were pretty good, those 4x4s. They did do a 1.6 Capri, you remember cleaning one. See, the Capri was made popular by the Professionals, the TV series. That's one of the reasons why everybody wanted one. No, I don't tend to watch the Grand Tour Geckoros. And Minder. Wait, Minder didn't have a Capri? Or did he have a Capri? Didn't he have like a Granada though in Minder? I can't actually remember. I thought it was a Granada. Or a big jag or something? Can I rest it?
Welcome back.
Or is it just a fuel station? I can rest. One of the funniest cars you've had was a Saab 9.6 with a Ford V6 in it. Yikes. Steph Leggy, walking back. The Bubbanator, thank you for gifting a sub to Prime Gamer. Appreciate that, Bubbanator. Terry had a white Capri. I don't remember that. Oh, the Sweeney had Granadas. It's funny how they all had Ford cars. You're trading your RS4 to an Amarok soon. Need more tow capacity. Fair enough. Did you enjoy the RS4, Donkey? Have you seen the new RS6 that's coming out next year, Donkey? That looks pretty smart. Only Cowley had a Mark II Granada. Yeah, that's the professionals, though. Well, so far the sat-nav on this thing's worked fine. It's a bit small, but it's worked fine. Slavonsky. We just left Slavonsky.
Happy anniversary. Nata.
Tom 1, thank you for 45, dude. Getting closer to 4 years. Scary. You find your way around the control panel reminds me of watching parts flicking through all the switches with the starter plan. Oh, you mean this? Sorry. I wonder what you meant then, Custard. Just muscle memory, isn't it? Slavonsky Brod. Don't you think that sounds like a band? You remember a band called Bronsky Beat? Slavonsky Brod. Just sounds like a band. You're gonna steal Trucker J. Chat, keep it classy while he's gone. Lol. What do you mean you're gonna steal him, Whiteland? You can't steal an active mod, mate. Doesn't work like that. Early professional episodes, Bodie had a trumpet Dolomite. Oh, Triumph Dolomite. I don't remember that. I think this truck looks pretty decent. Whiteland, I'm pretty certain he knew it was his birthday when he put himself down for modding. Has the stream gone down? I don't believe so. What's the date today? 13th. When does Red Dead come out? 5th. 13th. So that's 2, 3, just over 3 weeks away to Red Dead Redemption. Oh, it's gonna look so good on PC. It'll be here before you know it. Yeah, you could say that about Christmas. Oh, I mentioned the C word. I can't, but there was somebody in chat here last week who said, yeah, I've done all my Christmas shopping. I was like, no way. No way, mate. That's just not possible. I mean, he's either lying, or if he has, like, that's just nuts. I don't even start looking till late November. You've seen Christmas pudding in Tesco? Well, I think it was Jackie was saying that all the Christmas offers have been, like, just finished in some shops. It just blows my mind. See, like, now is the time when they put the prices up, so that next month they can drop the prices and say everything's on sale. So if you buy now, I don't think you're going to get a great deal, you know? Dark Variable, thank you for gifting a sub to Gaming Freak, or Gamer Freak. Appreciate the sub. To spend time on the build so that you can get done and continue with the house. I've had a Donkey Jr. in Naples, so but it's wait, I didn't know you was having a Donkey Jr. How can they have Christmas stuff out at the same time as Halloween stuff, Jack? I don't get it. You bought most of yours last year when it was cheap for this year. We buy all of our Christmas decorations after Christmas because they always sell them off at half price, so we basically buy them and then put them in the loft for next year. There's a nice documentary on YouTube about Dutch truck drivers who would drive to the Russian border in the 80s. Wow.
Keep left.
You heard from a debt collector that debt collectors show that Brits spend on average £600 sterling per person. I think it's more than that, if I'm honest. Oh, we had hot cross buns last week, Jones. Mrs. Squirrel bought hot cross buns last week. You sold your MX-5s because the family's growing, donkey. Yep. And you have to give up your toys, don't you? Your town already has Christmas lights up? Wow. I think Chelmsford only put theirs up in November? Something like that. Dark Variable, see you later, bro. Thank you for gifting a sub. As long as you can keep my way to the big Lego collection. You ignore Christmas, just celebrate New Year's Eve. Yeah. I think it depends, like, if you've got young family, Christmas is quite big. Michael Gramlin, how are you doing, sir?
Keep right. Then take the exit right.
Keep right. Where are we going now, then?
Take the exit right. Turn left.
How am I? I'm not bad, sir. How are you? Christmas is for kids, New Year's is for grown-ups. Yeah, maybe. Not at Arnold for a while, donkey. You like Christmas, people buy you free stuff. Well, that's the thing about Christmas. Somebody's always paying for it.
Welcome back, Nata.
Gary McPhee,
Keep
welcome
left.
back. You're going for the minimalist Christmas. What does that mean, Custard? You can have a tree with no decorations. That's pretty minimal. Christmas shouldn't be about money. Dude, it is though. Your nipper's grown up, so Christmas is lonely for you now. Yeah, but your nipper will have his nippers at some point, and then you'll be Christmas all over for you. I don't know about that, Chris. It doesn't matter if the gift is cheap or not, or expensive. It's a thought that counts. I don't know if I agree with that. I'll tell you why, because when you get given one of those presents from your, your brother or your sister or whatever, and you know that it was something that they got given last year that they didn't want. Because literally, this has happened to me. They've been given something that they didn't want, so they just keep it to one side, and next year they wrap it up and give it to somebody else. Yeah? It actually annoys me when that happens. It would have been better if they didn't give me anything. It would have been better than just giving me something that they rejected the year before. So I'm not sure I agree with your statement though, Chris. Like some stupid tacky gift that they didn't want. I hate that. Re-gifting. It literally did. And they've done it twice. My brother's done it twice. Just re-gifted. And she, like, his wife is, well, they're both the same, actually. They're real kind of tight with money. And they're exactly the kind of people who don't throw anything away. They'll car boot everything. Or sell it on eBay. And they'll keep stuff and re-gift it to somebody else. They're really tight like that. And so to me, there is no thought there. The only thought is on how they can save money gifting presents. That's the only thought they ever had. Not, is this gift appropriate to the person I'm giving it to? That's what I'm thinking about. Will that person like this if I give it to them? No, I'm not going to give it to them. I'm not just going to give them anything on the basis that the thought counted. I find that nonsense. Can you sell stocks on eBay? I think so.
Keep left.
You can sell clothing on eBay. You could buy a gift you want and get it back. If they like it, they'd keep it. You could buy bundles of old socks on eBay. How do you know this, Pringle? Out-of-date chocolates. Oh, Pepsi Fever, me and my other brother have spent our lives having a go at him for how tight he is. It doesn't make any difference. He's just hardwired that way. There's nothing you can do. He's the kind of person that, like, you know, we'll all go out for a meal. Me and my two brothers will go out for a meal with all our wives. And then at the end of a lovely meal and a nice evening, the bill comes out and he'll sit there. Like, me and my brother will just go, split that 3 ways. There you go. 30 quid in the pot. Done. That's me and my eldest brother. 30 quid in the pot, that'll do. We had a nice evening. 30 quid. No. The middle brother will sit there and go and start looking at the receipt and going, well, I only had, like, literally, I only had this, and mine cost £3 less than your meal. And we're like, oh my god, dude. This was a really nice evening, and we're going to argue about £2.50 now, and just, you know, that's what he's like. That's exactly what he's like. And it's just so annoying.
Turn right.
I hate going out with people like that. It just bugs me. It's the same like when I used to work in the office and we'll all go out for some drinks. You get to learn very quickly who are the guys who go to the bar last. Who are the guys who suspiciously never seem to buy a round? Who are the guys who, when all the bill comes out for the meal, you know, they only had the lemonade and they just want to pay for their meal? Like, you know what I'm talking about. Everybody knows these people. They don't focus on everybody just had a great time. They focus on, hang on a minute, I'm £3.50 down here. Trucker, thank you for 11 months. Just don't invite them. Well, it's difficult with office parties and stuff because they kind of get invited, don't they? But you hate rounds. I'm usually drinking and your mate is having fine rum. Well, you know, if your mate starts having fine rum, well, when it comes to, like, his round, just get yourself something nice, you know? If that's the game that's going to be played. There are just some things that, you know, I don't know, if you're going out with family and stuff, you just pay the bill. You know, it's just not worth arguing over a few pounds, is it? It's just not worth it. I mean, so, you know, some people have a bigger meal than me, or Yeah, they'll have more beer than me. I know that I'm putting in a bit more money than they are, but I don't care. Like, I'd rather just have a nice time. Well, if you're driving and you can't drink, and he's having fine rum and he wants to have a rounds, well, you've got grounds to just not get into the whole drinking round thing, and just say so. Just say, well, I'm not drinking, so I'll sit out of the round. Nothing wrong with that. You can't just be drinking water and lemonade and then he's getting fine rum. That's crazy. Yeah, that's always a tough one, Langavel. Like, when there's a load of people, it doesn't work then. It really doesn't work, because there's no way, like, even if you have 10 people, there's no way you're going to be doing 10 rounds. No way. It's not going to happen. That guy just drove into me and damaged the trailer. He just damaged my trailer, and I'm not going to get money for that. What a scumbag.
Keep right. Then turn right.
Oh, as and all that,
Turn
that kind of
right.
thing happens a lot. Where somebody's got more kids than somebody else. Running out of fuel, blimey. It's been that long ago since we filled up. Right, fuel station further down the road by the look of it. Damage to his truck was only 200, your trailer's 3,000. Yeah, but what's going to happen is, when I go to repair my truck and trailer, it's going to cost me. If I hit him, I get fined. If he hits me, nothing happens. It's a bit annoying. You love that the person who examined the receipt will only pay for what they've had. Oh yeah, they bring out calculators. Well, nowadays they bring out the phone and calculate it. You never see this happen. Dude, I see it happen a lot. They're the same people that don't want to tip the waitress as well. Like, they won't, you know, they'll calculate what they owe, and they'll put exactly that money in, and everybody else will be putting in like a 10% tip or something. They won't. Was good timing. You won't tip a waiter or waitress if they're stuck up. I like it. You see, I've always worked on the basis that, you know, the tip I give depends on the service I got. Like, if they're really good, really friendly, really helpful, they get a nice tip. If they're just moody, unhelpful, don't bring stuff, it'll be very small tip or no tip at all. But when you go to the States, it's like a different thing. It's like you're completely expected to pay that money regardless of the service you got. And I've never quite understood that. Because to me, it feels like a tip is It's like a salesman, right? The more sales they get, the more commission they earn, right? Because if they're a good salesman, they'll earn more sales, therefore they'll get more commission, therefore more money. And it should work the same way with a waiter or waitress. Like, if you're good at your job, you'll get more tips because people will happily give you money. And if you suck, like, you won't get any tips. 20% minimum. That's just crazy, man. 20%. That's basically the same as VAT. That's like adding VAT on top again. And the other thing I've never quite understood is why at the bottom of receipts it says, what's it now? Optional service charge of 10% unless groups of 8 or more. In other words, if you bring more people to our restaurant, we're going to automatically enforce an extra charge. Which I don't quite understand. You have some mates start discussing the bill as soon as me and the best mates get our first beer. Wow. Way to enjoy themselves. Tipping varies by culture. In Finland, none is expected except in upscale restaurants or large groups. Really? Yeah, and I get that, Red Devil, but it shouldn't be that way. It shouldn't be that waiters and waitresses get paid below the minimum wage and then they have to survive on tips. Or if they do, the waiters and waitresses should be really, really good because they need that money. But I've seen plenty of them are just rubbish and I don't want to tip them. You don't usually tip in Australia as far as I know. Don't know. 2 to 5%, Santosh. Was that? Like in the UK, it's about 10%. You always tip 20%, you'll go 33 for good service. Wow. In Japan, you don't tip, and they think that you've overpaid. Wow. I can't imagine paying 33% more. Yikes. Right, we're just going around Venice. Don't sink. Never actually been to Venice. Epic Games is down, you can't launch Surviving Mars. Twitch is basically down as well. LOL. They get offended or confused by tipping in Japan. What must they be like when Japanese go to America then? Because in the Japanese culture, there's no tipping. They go to America where it's almost mandatory. That must really annoy people. Your name's not showing up on the overlay. It's literally on the screen right now. All the icons in chat have vanished. Not on my screen. I'm guessing Twitch API is having a derp session. Yeah, you see, Chris, right now you've lost your acorn. In fact, oh no, hang on, the acorns are back. This is so broken. You literally said something in between. Oh my god. Twitch has gone twitchy full time. Now on my screen, Hilo, you don't have any acorn. Yeah, I prefer that, Jack, as well. You've lost your acorn for me as well. I think Twitch API's gone. Now you've got it back again, Jack. I don't know what it is, but I noticed Twitch goes twitchy on Sunday evening quite a lot. And I wonder whether it's just because, I don't know, the end of a long weekend and the staff aren't around so much, like skeletal staff on a weekend, so issues happen. Or is it like they always have big tournaments on a Sunday evening, and then the big tournaments kind of suck up a lot of Twitch's resources? Don't know. Sales tax US style seems idiotic. They slap a random percentage on top and have it in the prices. Okay, so the way they do it, what's your name, sorry? The Zoik. The way they do it is each state has its own sales tax, yeah? So as a country, they list all their prices without tax, because whichever state you buy it in, it will cost a different amount of money. I mean, what occurs to me is it must get quite funny at state borders, because if you buy an item in one state, the sales tax might be lower than the state next to it. So you could quite easily drive from one state to another, buy a bunch of stuff, and it'll be cheaper. Which is something I don't quite understand how that works. Imagine being able to drive 20 miles down the road and everything was 10% cheaper, because the sales tax is so different. But that's the reason they don't show the taxes, which I agree is very annoying. You have to pay gas to get there. Yeah, but if you're going out buying a big TV, Bigfoot, let's say you're going out buying £1,000 TV, and the difference between the state next door is like 7% or 10% or whatever, it's worth driving. It's the same thing in Canada. Taxes are different from province to province, so federal tax is the same across the board. Yeah, you see in the UK, we just have one sales tax. But then the UK is nowhere near as big as somewhere like, you know, the United States. Oregon has no sales tax and Washington State has a lower income. But a lot of people live in Vancouver who cross the border into Portland to do all their shopping. There you go. So it does happen. It's like going to Calais for alcohol. Well, it used to be. It's the same. Some things are cheaper in Germany and some are cheaper in the Netherlands, so I drive to Germany for some things. Interesting. People go across the bridge in New York City to New Jersey to save taxes. How much do they save? Twitch is definitely breaking. I won't be surprised if the stream went down at some point. It's amazing that Twitch is owned by Amazon. Amazon has all of this scalable cloud technology and they still can't make it work. Looks like you've got an Acorn temporarily, Chris. Most of it goes to Lord Bezos. I don't think so. You Your wife went to buy a wig. She picked one she liked and the assistant told her that's $23 plus tax. Your wife gave her the $23 and told her she will use glue instead. Thanks, Pringle. Well, it shows it on my screen, Chris. Used to drive 5 miles out of North Carolina into South Carolina to save 20 cents per gallon on gas. Wait, surely you wouldn't buy enough to make that work in terms of how much it costs to get there. You're a stone's throw from German border. Things like fuel are sometimes 20 cents per litre cheaper. Yeah, I agree. South Africa has different petrol tax on the coast and inland. Well, I know in the UK we have, like, if you get fuel from a motorway service station, it's like 15 pence a litre more than you can get it from a supermarket. Sometimes even, it's like the difference is ridiculous. It's such a rip-off. You bought 50-gallon tanks full. 50-gallon? Oh, you're like in a truck or something. Ah, that makes sense if you're in a big truck. I thought you was in a car. Sundays on Twitch. Unable to fetch accounts. Yeah, the APR is going to be down. There's a website you can go to that shows you what stuff on Twitch is down. Same with Steam.
Keep right. Then take the exit right. Take the exit right.
Welcome to the Nut House.
Well, somebody just subbed, but I've no idea who it was. I think it was the Black Baron. But my panel's not updating now. If it was the Black Baron, thank you for subbing. Welcome to the Net House. Thomas Hodson, a fine for Twitch being glitchy. I'm surprised that came through, Thomas. Thank you for the bits. Rip this guy. That doesn't look good at all. You hope it's milk, so do I, and not aviation fuel. Firefighter, there's no point me telling you that the stream's not down because you can't hear me. There we go. Don't refresh or Twitch will kill the stream on your end. Oh dear. Well, that's no good, is it? Somebody have a look on Twitter and see if have a look on Twitter and see if they're posting anything like Twitch support. They normally post and say if they've got problems and what the problem is. It took you a few attempts to load the stream. Yikes. Ban Fortnite on Twitch. Don't you wish? Don't you wish? 687 reports on the down detector. Lol. No tweets? Really? Wow. Are we there yet? 1,300 kilometers left, mate. The last tweet is from the 11th of October. What, on Friday? So basically Twitch supports Twitter account doesn't work weekends.
Keep right. Then take the exit right. Take the exit right.
Maybe it's something to do with Fortnite, I don't know. Maybe this is why Ninja went to Mixer. So he could stream on a Sunday night. All your follow channels are missing. It's an API thing, don't worry about it. Yeah, I saw that Mixer... No, it's both of Mixer's co-founders leaving, not just one. Both of the co-founders leaving. You know why? Because Microsoft have bought it and given them a massive fat payoff. Here you go, please leave. Wait, Mixer's down as well? In that case, that sounds like internet issues. It's maybe somebody's like, I don't know, trying to DDoS the DDoS the Fortnite final or something. There are people complaining from Twitch on down detector. If Mixer's down as well as Twitch, that sounds more like a network issue. Yeah, I think your stream's fine, Jens, unless you refresh. If you was already here, I think you're okay, but if you're trying to get here, I think that's the people who are having the problem. New Fortnite season. Woo! There must be a big Fortnite event on. The world's biggest problem today is the internet isn't working properly. Well, yes and no. I mean, it's Sunday, right? People are on their entertainment time. They want Twitch to work. They want TV to work. They want their entertainment. If you turn it off on a weekend, people get really annoyed. PlayStation Plus is down as well. Lol. Oh dear. It definitely sounds like something bigger than Twitch then.
Keep right. Then take the exit right. Take the exit right.
Don't know, Jack. No idea. That might be a nice photo. Maze, thank you very much for 500 bits. Appreciate the support. Thank you. Your finances are down. No, Jack, it'll be the Extinction Rebellion's fault. I'm not sure if that was the one that clapped Blizzard. I can't remember. I think the one that collapsed was the lifting bridge, wasn't it? Twitch have yet to say anything about the issue. That's because they won't say anything until Monday when they come back to work. Yeah, it sounds like more of a networking issue, like a serious networking outage than Twitch issue specifically. You just ripped into a bag of Skittles. They're not what they were. In what way? Shoot bandits. Thank you, Maze. 5 years watching, bro. Thank you. Didn't they change the flavour of the green one? I have no idea. I must admit, when I eat Skittles, I never put individual ones in my mouth and find out what flavour they are. I just grab a handful. Simnut, thank you for 1.5 years. Have you tried the other variety of Skittles? I don't think I have, no. I've not had Skittles for a long time. Yep, peanut M&Ms, they're still good. Dealange, thank you for 16.
Welcome back, Mata.
Isn't that truck Mercedes reskinned to be a Sisu? Yeah, the guy who made it effectively took his Mercedes mod, which you have to have the Mercedes mod to have this mod. So it is in a way reskinned, yeah. It's still work in progress though. So I guess they'll kind of diverge more. David B, welcome back. How come you're not using Track IR? I am using Track IR. Oh, Tom Sunday's playing Farm Sim 19. Stalker. Oh boy, we're in Italy. Toe boots are real. What's the most overhyped game you've played and been horrified with? Probably The Long Drive.
Happy anniversary.
Some guy in chat going, you should play Long Drive, it's really good, you should try Long Drive, just buy it, play it. Really. Beatnik, thank you for 26 months. I think it's a Fortnite problem. They posted a black hole on Twitter about an hour ago. What does that mean? They posted a black hole? I don't know who suggested it. But I'm going to find them. Ever checked out spin tires? You for real? I showed that game before anybody else. Interviewed the devs. Made video and streams about it. Before it was released.